okay, you may not, like, I don't know algebra, but, if it doesn't interest you, it's probably because you haven't ever needed to use it. And if suddenly you come upon something where you need to use a skill that you don't have, or knowledge that you don't have, then the way it works is that you go and learn it. Unlike in a conventional school where you don't know it, oh, too bad, next year I might learn it and I'll wait till then.
Some people say, okay, you can learn different kinds of things if you're interested in it, but aren't there any subjects which are so important that you should learn them, even if you don't want or if you're not really interested?
We believe that the things that are so vital that you can't live without them, you'll reach the point when you want to read a law to find out what exactly the law is, to know if you're allowed to do something, and then, I don't know how to read. And okay, so you'll find someone else to read it to you, but eventually we see that people faced with something that they don't know how to do will want to do it. And if they want to do it, then they'll learn how to do it. If it's such a basic thing, then because you can't go on without it, you won't go on without it. And the things that aren't that basic, then maybe we shouldn't be learning them if we don't want to.
People always say students at Sudbury School, they can't have very broad knowledge because they don't have chemistry and biology and whatever at school. But I say they've got a broader knowledge than normal students, because they're just so free to talk about God and the world, and every topic comes up sooner or later, so pretty much know a bit about everything.
I think we learn a lot from having conversations with people, and it's actually one of the most basic types of learning that isn't very appreciated in the conventional system. The conventional system, if you talk during a class with your friend, God forbid, then you could be punished for that. But it's the most basic way of transferring information, of gaining knowledge, and like reading. Reading is also a very basic way of learning that also in a conventional school is generally forbidden. You can't just sit there and read. And in our school you do. You sit and read a lot if you're interested in doing it.
It's so much more real, the learning that you get from sitting with a friend and just talking, or you're sitting with a staff member and just talking, and they've been around longer than we have, they got a bit more information than we have, so hey, you want to hear about, I don't know, history, philosophy, I heard something interesting, I read something interesting, and you learn it just from being a human being, from being with people who you respect and who respect you.
Somebody asked me, and I explained the whole thing to them, and they're like, but you can't learn anything, and I explain it over and over again, and they just don't get it. And I explain it just that I can pursue what I want to do, and if I don't know what I want to do, I just think about things, and if I don't want to know yet, then I just do other stuff, and it's just like that. But all my friends are like, but that doesn't make any sense, and it's hard to explain to my friends because they just don't get it.
We've learned that the kids that have been in this school since they were 5 or 6 love challenges, and opposed to the older kids who have been through the school system for 6, 7, 8 years, and they don't. They just want the easy way out of everything. But the little kids, they love the challenge. They want to learn from every experience. It's what they want. It's what they're looking for. They don't want somebody to give them the answer so they can just get through it. They want to figure it out because that's what's good for them. And the school, the regular school system kind of just pushes that out of us. People forcing us to do things. We don't want to do them.
You really learn to go and get what you need. And I don't think this will stop, in 3 years when I'm out of school. I think it will continue with me, and I'll keep on, getting what I need.